I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. I want to show you what went down this week among Republican Party leadership. Our editor-in-chief at MeidasTouch.com, Ron Filipkowski, put together this montage of all the lowlights from Republican Party lowlife leadership this week. It's hard to believe that all of this went down, but here is your review brought to you by MeidasTouch.com of your Republican leadership exposed. Play the clip.
I personally cannot in good conscience vote for someone who attended a white supremacist conference and compared himself to David Duke.
He's an animal, like holding a child. He is a fucking terrorist.
About confusing the American people. They think this whole place is a circus up here now. And all of a sudden, Jim Jordan is nominating Steve Scalise, and then we're voting for Jim Jordan. That's utter chaos.
You know, Hezbollah is very smart. They're all very smart. The press doesn't like when they say it.
And yes, I mean, I don't view Hezbollah or Hamas to be smart. I view them to be evil and depraved.
Can't wait to go vote for Steve Scalise.
Absolutely.
Long live Speaker Scalise.
I'm withdrawing my name as a candidate for the Speaker designee.
Trump works for God, and God is all about America, and God is the one that's going to save America, but actually he's using President Trump as one of his tools. So that's why we support President Trump, because he works for God.
Now, we had a separate source that told us that Biden beat his dogs.
They want to silence dissent, censor political opposition, and throw us all in jail.
This guy Milley, what a stupid person he is. Milley, no, he's a stupid.
This is a great opportunity for our candidates to contrast where Republicans have stood with Israel. Like a lot of people today, I had easily gotten sucked into some things I'd seen on the internet.
You are watching the plan play out. And by
Matt Gaetz is, frankly, a vile person.
Yes.
All right? He's not somebody who's willing to work as a team. He stands up there, he grandstands, he lies directly to folks.
Here's our lawsuit against the FBI and Department of Justice.
By Monday, if we don't get our act together, George Santos will be the nominee. Trust me.
Prosecutors say you defrauded the American public. Will you resign?
Of what you guys are talking about. No, I will not. Excuse me.
Voting. If you buy a loaf of bread, you got to have your ID out. But for voting, you don't.
Scarlet letter after the week that I just had last week, being a woman up here and being demonized for my vote and for my voice.
I was on construction sites when I was 11, 12 years old, you know, doing demo, breaking down walls, concrete, sheetrock, plumbing. I mean,
are you going to church right now? And I said, yes, sir, I am. He said, could we pray together?
I get attacked by the media, all the media across the world.
I have a much better body than him.
When I'm talking about Azerbaijan
stop right now.
and
I'll read
Armenia,
the exact tweet. You do this in every single interview. You say stuff and then you deny it. You deny your own words. So,
and she's getting ready to make the last move, and she can't do it.
The only thing that could top that is if she starts asking for us to see an exorcist or something.
You guys can't govern. You can't govern. You can't like this.
I don't know. I don't know. We passed the Parents' Bill of Rights.
China's become very hostile. They weren't hostile with me. They called me sir. They don't call him sir.
When you know how corrupt it is.
I am following you. I am quoting your exact words.
Are a problem.
Did I not quote your exact words?
President Trump's comments recently suggesting that outgoing Joint Chiefs Chairman General Mark Milley should be executed for treason.
I'll never forget that Bibi Netanyahu let us down. That was a very terrible thing. I will say that.
For you to violate the Constitution and block the certification of the election. I mean, do you really believe that's someone who should be third in line to the presidency?
I have immense respect for Jim Jordan. He's a man of integrity.
Is there a consensus candidate at this point?
How many people have we gone through? You know? Here's our lawsuit against the National Archives.
The Hamas terrorist invasion.
I believe he will go down as one of the greatest leaders
in all human history.
Yeah, I agree.
Nonsense. There's two genders, period. It's male and female. It's sir or ma'am, period.
They're very emotional. It's about process. And my rhetorical question is always, how many of your constituents give a shit about the process that occurred yesterday?
They can't even put out a condemnation letter from the House because they don't have a House Speaker. Look,
do the past allegations against Jim Jordan that he turned a blind eye to sexual abuse give you any reservations?
I'm not familiar or aware with that.
We're adults. Let's go figure out how to lead. But I'm not in a positive place right now.
And what kind of message are we sending to our adversaries when we can't govern, when we're dysfunctional, when we don't even have a Speaker of the House? I mean, how does Chairman Xi in China look at that when he says democracy doesn't work? How does the Ayatollah look at this?
Well, I understand, but the truth is with all due respect, Congressman, you're not answering any questions.
I said, Vladimir, you and I are friends. We're good friends.
We ask that those who stand against him would be put to silence, that those horrendous actions against him and his family would be exposed and struck down.
The realm of possibility.
Jim Jordan?
Yes, I've talked to Democrats over the last week on who do they trust, even though they wouldn't agree with him on many issues. He is someone.
The Jim Jordan from Ohio?
Oh, yes, the Jim Jordan from Ohio.
Democrats in Congress?
Yes.
And then Bibi tried to take credit for it. That wasn't good. That didn't make me feel too good, but that's all right.
Reached out numerous times to Congressman Scalise, and me reaching out and asking him for guidance in his leadership and him not reaching back out, that's a dereliction of his duty as a leader. So I'm not voting for somebody who lacks fundamental leadership skills.
Justin, don't pay the bill for this mic. I'm blowing out my voice talking to this stupid mic. This is the worst mic I've ever had. He couldn't have been too impressed with our Capitol. It looks like shit.
As far as myself, if I have to go in there by myself and go before those 12 jurors and say, hello, jurors.
People murdered every year. And
because who are you yelling at? Who are you yelling at? First of all, people are on bullhorns yelling about drug overdoses and the open border all the time. All the time. What is he even talking about?
We commit our future to we're gay. Here's the proof. Here's the proof. Excuse me, sir.
You know, Hezbollah is very smart. They're all very smart. The press doesn't like when they say it.
What about the babies in Palestine? Are you kidding me? I don't care.
We all have the privilege of talking to you, our Father. And we know that even President Trump would agree that your greatness, not only in deeds, but in your very essence, is higher than his.
He is born, you put the baby aside, you discuss with the mother, and if the mother doesn't want the baby, we execute the baby. This is part of their thing.
Thank you so much for watching that. I can't believe that all went down this week. If you want to support the growth of this independent media platform so we could continue to build things like MeidasTouch.com, support the growth of this network at patreon.com/MeidasTouch. patreon.com/MeidasTouch. That's patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Have a great day.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.